Hi and welcome back to Surviving Mars. We're still working on our project over here to be able to access this this metals mine. We've recovered quite well from the meteor strike. A few more of the sinkholes have opened up, and I think I said last time we'd stuck one of our explorers down one of the holes to see what's going on there. Turns out there are wisps. Same wisps that we saw floating around our water containers. We're not sure what the association is, but this could be first contact with life on Mars. Wouldn't that be exciting? So over down here we're still working on building that water extractor.
Complete.
Everybody is relatively happy. We've got quite a high comfort level in both the domes. One's slightly better than the other, and the third dome is at 86, so they're all doing quite well. Once we've got this dome up and running over here, when it's built, we're almost there, we'll be able to move some of the residential facilities over here so we can accommodate more people. Initially I did think about putting a tunnel across, but I felt that it would be too far and a bit restrictive, so I'm putting a shuttle pad here, which is just waiting for polymers as well. So it's polymers that we're waiting for at the moment. Other things that we've got going on, well, we need to get these guys out and getting some resources. That's what we need to be doing. But they're getting short and few and far between to find these days. Have we got some? Yes, we've got some here. Let's get him down here. Is that one? No. So there was one lump of metal. Oh, two. No. Here we go. So the spares that we got here, he can come out and park up down here out the way. Polymer extraction production is, well, we seem to have lost quite a few engineers. They seem to prefer living over here. Probably, well, I don't know. Seems also the farm is in need of repairs, which again is polymers. I actually think probably the best bet here is just to get a supply shuttle with some polymers in it. Energy wise, well, we're not producing as much as we could. We are waiting for 2 more Stirling generators to come back online, or to be built in the first place actually. In the interim, to make this energy go further, let's turn off them. We don't really need them at this time. Let's bring the deficit in line a bit. Let's turn that off and delete it. See, one of the things that's causing the low energy is these, well, basically batteries, accumulators, are actually drawing out to fill their reserves. There's no need of the small ones, which I've just deleted. They all get recycled, as these atomic ones hold a lot more power. The pod is ready. Let's get that dropped in the nice green area there. At the moment the terraforming is we're laying grass. Once I've got the ability, as you can see, it's extended quite well. Once we've got the ability, we'll start planting trees. Hopefully the drones should pick up now on what's going on there and deal with that work. Our shuttle's on a mission to capture some meteors, and it's nearly there, so it'll be there in a bit. Food is low. We are going to have to start doing a bit of trading and get some food over here while we source this out. Once we've got the accommodation sorted out, this fusion reactor will be able to get staffed, and then that can come online as well. But until we get more accommodation space, we're pretty limited. I mean, that's full there, that one's full, and that one's full. I think what I will do is, once I've got enough resources together, I think I'll build a pleasure dome. There's 81, and there's 80 there. There's a bit of food to keep them going in the interim until the rocket comes back. And let's give it a bit of time to get everything sorted. And here we have evidence of extraterrestrial life, possibly. Those are our wisps. They only come out at night, and they look, as you can see, very much like balls of energy. But they do siphon off water. So, can we negotiate or kill? Hypotheses are welcome as to what they are. Please leave a comment. It'd be interesting to get your view on it. Anyway, let's get the clocks going a bit. Keeping an eye on those wisps. There we go, they're off. And they now seem to be running along the ground. And they certainly come from that hole. Of course, there's another hole here which I imagine as having the same results. We've got building not working, which is what building? Nice. In need of resources. We certainly do need to increase the polymer production. And what else have we got? We're short of circuitry now. Electronic circuits are being produced, theoretically, here. Just not enough of them. At least we can say mechanical parts are not a problem. Hopefully these should be almost ready to be built. The power supply is already laid in, as you probably can see, as is the oxygen production. All we're waiting for now is for the dome. It needs 2 polymer, and that looks like it's on its way. At last we're seeing something that's not dome shaped, possibly round. It's It's more of hexagonal, I suppose. Once this is of course built, that's going to open up all sorts of opportunities to us. Can we? Oh, it's already connected, so we don't need to worry about that. As soon as the dome's built, it'll be pumped full of oxygen. As for the terraforming, as you can see, it's getting quite extensive for what it was. I'm actually planning on, well, there's a lake being built here. Once that's full, I'm hoping to actually make a park here. We can hope. Okay, the dome is half complete. As you probably noticed, the landing pad here was over here. I've closed that off to allow for the terraforming to go unimpeded. It's moments away. We can start considering the accommodation. Now, I don't believe I can do one of these spires here. I'll find out once it's built. Okay, that's it built. Let's see if we can get one in. Yeah, so we can't put a spire in, so we're going to have to rely on good old-fashioned housing. We don't have enough power, obviously, so we can switch that off, switch the dome off. Power is still above what we need to be using. That can be shut down, it's not needed at the moment. And the power still stands at slightly less than what we're using. So we need to resolve that. I think probably the best way to resolve it would be put a large wind turbine there and a large wind turbine there. Hopefully they've got enough resources to be able to do that. There's certainly enough drones available there. I could shut the farm down here and move them over to there.
We received a signal from our explorer after hours of silence. Massive amounts of data were transitioned before falling silent one final time.
The data it sent shows that there are buried caverns filled with multitudes of wisps, most of which exhibit dormant behaviour and so far do not react to in any way to the presence of our vehicle. Those which have been to the surface and have been near liquid go through a process which results in several new wisps being born out of it. It is truly fascinating, and we have never seen anything of the sort on Earth. Sadly, our engineers see no way of extracting the Explorer. Still, sacrificing it has given us priceless knowledge of a magnificent alien phenomena. So we gained 2,500 science.
Research complete.
And I think on that happy note,
Anomaly found.
Yup. Now we've got meteors coming in again, probably the result of our collection of them. Where's that? There it goes. You come here and do that. I'd like to thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe. Comments are always welcome, and please remember to ring that bell, and I'll catch you next time. Goodbye.